G League president, Shareef Abdur-Rahim. Shareef, thank you so much for joining us once again here on NBA Today. And game 2 of the finals, it is tonight. And the Delaware Bluecoats, they can close out the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. So for our audience who maybe has not seen as much of the G League action this year, what do you think has been the most exciting matchup in this series?
Yeah, Malika, great to be with you. It's an exciting matchup. I think just the two teams were running it back from last year. So rematch from last year, Delaware and the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. Delaware actually has been in our G League finals 3 straight years, and they're going for their first G League championship, whereas the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, they're going for back-to-back and their 5th G League championship. So I think the matchup of the teams having the opportunity to kind of rematch from last year. And then, of course, Matt McClung and Ty Washington, McClung with the Delaware Bluecoats, Ty with the Rio Grande Valley Vipers is an exciting matchup. But the two teams, rematching from last year is the matchup, I would say, to look at.
Yeah, you mentioned Delaware's Mac McClung, and our audience is very familiar with him because he was electric in the dunk contest this year. How do you think his performance that night in Salt Lake City, how did that boost the interest in the league as a whole?
It's been great. I think for him, it's been wonderful just to follow for him since the dunk contest, but us as a league, locally there in Delaware, ticket sales and attendance went up, after the dunk contest, and then just all the excitement around him has been a great thing for the league and, for our finals, and well deserved. And I think, what's been nice for him, he's played fantastic. He's obviously an electric dunker, but he's played fantastic. You saw him the other night, close to 40 points in game 1 of the finals, and you see his stats here on the screen. He's just having an outstanding season.
I certainly hope we get to see him in another dunk contest because he was just so great at elevating the entire night. A player, though, that I do want to focus in on, not necessarily playing in the finals, but is a big name, Scoot Henderson. You played in the NBA for 12 seasons. So what did you see from him this year that you think can translate into the NBA draft, into the NBA game? Because right now he's slated to go 2nd overall.
What you see, obviously dynamic speed, size, athleticism. I think where he really grew, he was with us in G League Ignite for 2 seasons, and where you saw him really grow is from the physical aspect of him being dynamic, and then this year just being really efficient in his playmaking, helping others with their game and getting others involved and moving the ball. And then he's just an outstanding person, outstanding kid, great family. He's just a wonder to be around, and great for us to be able to have him for 2 seasons in the G League, and he's going to do really fantastic wherever he goes in the NBA.
I want to bring in my friend Kendrick Perkins because he actually played in the G League, and I know he has a question for you.
Not only in the G League, Malika, but I got some buckets from Shareef as well. He served me a few buckets as well. But listen, so look, I played in the G League, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me, one of the most humblest things that ever happened to me. And I remember practicing in the church and the 12, 16-hour bus rides and things to that nature. I just want to know, can you talk about the evolution of it now and how much more is put into the G League and things to that nature, the more money, and how guys are getting treated a lot better than when I was in the G League?
Well, I think our league has really grown and has been a product of more NBA teams investing in their G League team, integrating with their G League teams. We're 30 teams now, 28 of them owned or operated by NBA teams. And with that has, increased the resources. Obviously, teams have seen the benefit of being able to develop players in the G League. They had 15, half of the first round from this past draft, from the 22 draft, playing in the G League this year. Everyone knows the stats, over 50% of the NBA players with G League experience. So just that integration, 6 NBA head coaches now with G League experience, so not just players. So with that integration, I think teams have invested more. The quality of life for our players have continued to grow. Our players have unionized, so the partnership with players continue to grow, and they continue to push for more increase of living and wages. So all of those factors, Perk, I think, factor into us continuing to grow into the league and be a place where players can continue to chase their dreams of playing in the NBA.
I love that. And it was fun to see some of that footage of you, Perk,
Absolutely.
playing in the G League. Shareef, thank you so much.
I was putting in that work.
We saw it.
I caught a couple forearms from Perk trying to get through the lane.
It's all right. Me too.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.